Have you ever walked into a room and noticed younger women glancing your way, but you weren't sure why? Here's the truth most men don't realize. Being an older man doesn't make you less attractive. It can make you more irresistible if you embody the right traits. You don't need perfect abs, flashy cars, or a Hollywood smile. What you need is presence. A mature, masculine presence that makes women feel safe, intrigued, and undeniably drawn to you. Let's break down the 8 signs you're a good-looking older man even if you don't see it yet. Sign 1. Younger women are naturally drawn to you. One of the most telling signs that you're a good-looking older man is when younger women seem to naturally gravitate toward you. They may not always flirt outright or confess their attraction, but their behavior speaks volumes. You might notice that they initiate conversations with you more often than expected. Maybe they ask for your opinion, engage in light-hearted banter, or simply linger in your presence a little longer than necessary. This isn't by accident, it's instinctual. So, what's really going on? Younger women are often subconsciously drawn to older men who exhibit calm confidence, maturity, and emotional control. These are qualities that many younger men haven't yet developed. In a world flooded with surface-level attraction and fleeting validation from social media, emotional depth and stability are rare and therefore magnetic. Women want to feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally. A man who is grounded in himself, who doesn't need to compete or prove his worth, instantly radiates strength and emotional security. That calmness in your voice, the way you pause before speaking, your composed reactions, those subtle signals are all powerful markers of maturity. And younger women notice. The attraction isn't always physical, it's energetic. Your age has taught you how to listen, how to remain unshaken, how to read people. These are skills that make you more interesting. And when a younger woman feels that you're not easily swayed or desperate for attention, she begins to wonder, who is this man? That curiosity becomes intrigue, and that intrigue becomes attraction. Another reason younger women are drawn to you? You likely have better boundaries. You don't tolerate immaturity. You don't chase validation. You focus on quality over quantity. These choices signal to women that your time and attention are valuable, and what is rare becomes desirable. This doesn't mean every younger woman is romantically interested, but if they light up around you, seek out your company, or seem genuinely interested in what you have to say, it's a strong sign that you have timeless appeal. Your age isn't a barrier, it's an asset. So next time a younger woman chooses to stand next to you in a group setting or shares a laugh that lasts a little too long, don't doubt yourself. Recognize that your calm confidence is doing more than you realize. You're not invisible, you're quietly magnetic. Your charm doesn't shout, it whispers. And that's exactly why it works. Sign 2. You're complimented on your style, more than your face. As you age, one of the strongest signs of mature attractiveness is how people respond to your style and grooming. If you're frequently receiving compliments like, "You always look sharp," or "I love how you put yourself together," that's not just flattery, it's an acknowledgement of your appeal. Women notice when a man pays attention to the little details, and style is one of the most visible forms of self-awareness. Looking good isn't about following every trend. It's about knowing what works for your personality and age, and wearing it with confidence. When you've developed a signature style, people start to associate it with your identity. That style might be classic, sophisticated, rugged, or minimalist, but if it's authentic, it becomes magnetic. Here's the deeper psychology. Grooming and style are nonverbal signals of self-respect and emotional intelligence. A man who takes the time to look after himself doesn't just care about appearance. He communicates that he values how he presents himself to the world. That is incredibly attractive to women, especially younger ones who are tired of men lacking polish or maturity. It's also about consistency. Maybe you always smell fresh. Maybe your beard is trimmed just right. Maybe you wear fitted blazers or clean casual denim with understated elegance. Whatever your choice, it speaks volumes before you even say a word. A man who knows how to dress himself well is signaling control, stability, and intentionality, traits that become more rare and appealing with age. These visual cues tap into deeper psychological instincts in women. The idea of a man who knows who he is, where he's going, and how to carry himself. And let's not forget, the more effortless you make it look, the more attractive it becomes. When women compliment your style or grooming, they're reacting to more than your clothes or scent. They're reacting to the thought and care behind them. So if you've ever been told, "You have great taste," or "You dress better than most guys I know," take that seriously. It's not just fashion praise, it's attraction disguised as admiration. In a world filled with superficial impressions, your personal style becomes your signature. It doesn't just catch eyes, it earns respect. And for older men, that respect often turns into quiet, lasting attraction. Sign 3. You get lingering looks, not quick glances. When a woman gives you a lingering look, it's not an accident. It's a message, and often a powerful one. This small but significant moment of eye contact is one of the most underappreciated signs that you're a good-looking older man. Think about it. A glance is casual, a stare can be rude, but a lingering look, that's intention without words. It's curiosity mixed with interest, hesitation laced with admiration. If you catch women watching you even for a second longer than what feels normal, that's your signal. Something about you has broken their focus and captured their attention. Women, especially younger ones, tend to express their interest subtly. They may not always have the courage or desire to directly approach a man, but eye contact becomes a tool. When it lingers, it reveals everything they aren't saying. And here's what's key. It's not always about your face or body. It could be your calm demeanor, the confident way you walk, or the self-assurance in your posture. All of these things contribute to your presence. And when that presence is felt, eyes follow. The context doesn't even matter. It could be at a restaurant, in an elevator, at the gym, or in a coffee shop. What matters is the energy you're projecting. If a woman looks at you once, then again, then holds it just a beat too long, don't dismiss it. That's a powerful nonverbal compliment. And here's the deeper truth. Women are biologically wired to notice confident men. Your age doesn't make you invisible. It makes you distinct. Younger men might be more visually flashy, but your presence, that's the type of attention that women feel in their body. It lingers. Some women will try to hide it. They might look down quickly or pretend to be distracted, but the glance was real. It happened. And it means more than you think. So next time you catch her looking and hesitating, don't second guess it. That look is a moment of silent recognition. She noticed something in you. Something rare. Something she likes. You didn't demand attention. You earned it. And that's what makes it so powerful. Sign 4. Women seek your advice, even if they barely know you. When women, especially younger ones, come to you for advice, it's more than just a casual ask. It's a subtle indicator of respect and attraction. You might not think twice about it. Maybe she's asking your opinion about her career, a book she's reading, or even just directions at the store. But the very act of seeking your guidance says something deeper. She sees you as a grounded, capable, and experienced man. Why is this important? Because attraction isn't just about looks. It's about how someone makes us feel. And older men, particularly those who are composed and thoughtful, radiate something younger men often lack: wisdom. When you speak from experience. You've lived through ups and downs, failures and wins. And that creates depth, a quality women instinctively trust and respect. Women are drawn to safety, not just physical safety, but emotional and intellectual safety. When you offer advice, you're signaling that you're calm under pressure, able to analyze situations, and care enough to offer real input. These qualities are immensely attractive, especially in a world full of surface-level attention seekers. And here's the kicker. When a woman consistently seeks your input, she's creating a connection. She's opening the door to longer conversations, shared perspectives, and emotional intimacy. Even if she doesn't express it openly, she's telling you that she values your insight. That's a compliment few men receive, and fewer understand. Whether you're offering relationship advice, life wisdom, or practical tips, it's your delivery that makes the difference. You don't need to be the smartest guy in the room. You just need to be the one who listens deeply and responds calmly. That's the voice of a man she wants to be around. So the next time someone asks you for help or advice, don't brush it off. Don't say, it's nothing. Recognize it for what it is, a reflection of your emotional maturity and your appeal as a good-looking, grounded older man. You're being seen, not just for how you look, but for who you are. Sign 5, you're calm and confident, not loud and flashy. There's a rare kind of confidence that older men often develop, one that doesn't need to announce itself. It's not loud, it's not boastful, but it's magnetic. If people often describe you as calm, chill, or laid back, especially in moments of tension, it's a massive sign of your silent strength. And yes, women notice. This is what's called relaxed dominance. You don't need to control others to feel in control. You don't need to raise your voice to be heard. Your very presence communicates that you're comfortable with yourself, and that confidence makes you incredibly attractive. Younger men often chase validation. They need likes, comments, attention, applause. You've outgrown that. And that freedom shows up in how you walk, talk, and carry yourself. Women are especially sensitive to this difference. When you're not trying to impress anyone, your energy becomes incredibly appealing. You're centered, unshaken, even mysterious. This emotional control and subtle power is something many younger men haven't yet developed, and many women deeply crave. Even your silence speaks. You don't fill every pause in a conversation. You don't rush to prove your worth. You let your energy, your expressions, and your grounded body language speak for you. This kind of relaxed confidence is also incredibly comforting. In a chaotic world, your stability feels like home. Women aren't just attracted to that, they're drawn to it. They want to be near someone who makes them feel safe without saying a word. So, if people often seem more at ease around you, if women open up easily in your presence, if you find yourself commanding respect without even trying, understand this. You're giving off a timeless masculine energy, and that's something no amount of youth can compete with. Sign 6, you still get compliments on your physical fitness. If you're an older man who still gets compliments on your fitness or health, you're standing out in a major way. Maybe you've heard, "You're in great shape for your age," or "I hope I look like that when I'm older." These aren't just flattering remarks, they're signs of deep underlying attraction. See, physical fitness at any age is attractive, but when a man maintains his body well into his 40s, 50s, or beyond, it signals something more powerful than aesthetics. It tells the world you value discipline, consistency, and vitality, that you care, not just about how you look, but about how you live. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to run marathons. Even just staying active, keeping your posture strong, moving with energy, that alone makes a bold statement. It shows that you're in control of your lifestyle and that you're choosing health over decline. Younger women notice this. They admire it. Why? Because physical health is also a psychological signal. It shows mental strength, commitment, and long-term thinking. It reveals that you don't just coast, you still challenge yourself. And let's talk confidence. When your clothes fit well, when your shoulders are back and your walk is strong, your presence shifts. You don't need to say a word. You enter a room and people feel your energy. It's alive, alert, attractive. So if you're receiving compliments about your physique, your energy, or even just how you move, don't brush it off. It's not about being the best looking man in the room. It's about showing you care, that you're not letting go, that you're still building, still evolving, still vibrant. And that, more than anything, is what women truly admire. Sign 7. Women laugh at your jokes, even the silly ones. Laughter is one of the fastest paths to connection. And if women laugh at your jokes, even the corny ones, it's a sign that they're genuinely enjoying your company. Especially if your humor leans toward the classic dad joke style or dry wit, you might think, she's just being polite. But the truth is, most people don't fake laughter when they're not enjoying someone's vibe. Here's why this matters. Humor reflects emotional intelligence. It shows that you're not rigid, that you don't take life or yourself too seriously. And for women, especially younger ones, that lightheartedness is incredibly attractive. It signals that you're secure, relaxed, and open to playfulness. Younger men often try too hard to impress or come off edgy. But you? You can crack a cheesy line, raise an eyebrow, and make her laugh. Not because the joke is perfect, but because your presence is. You're fun to be around. You create ease. And when a woman laughs at your jokes, she's also giving you a subconscious green light. I feel safe here. She's letting her guard down. That's a deeper form of attraction than just eye candy. It's emotional alignment. Even better, you're likely not trying too hard. Your humor flows naturally. That's what makes it powerful. It's not about punchlines, it's about energy. The fact that she wants to laugh with you, not just at what you're saying, speaks volumes. So if she's laughing, even when your joke is admittedly bad, it means she's into more than just your words. She's into your vibe. Sign 8. You catch subtle flirting, but only if you pay attention. You might not always notice it, but if women frequently display subtle flirting gestures around you, they're giving you quiet signals of attraction. These cues aren't bold or dramatic. In fact, that's what makes them so powerful. They're intentional, yet discreet. Watch for how she plays with her hair when she speaks to you. Does she twirl it, run her fingers through it, or tuck it behind her ear in a repetitive, almost nervous way? That's a classic sign of self-awareness and self-presentation. She wants to look her best in front of you. Then there's mirroring. If you cross your arms, and moments later she does the same, without realizing it, that's her subconscious saying, I'm syncing with this person. Mirroring is one of the deepest instinctive forms of nonverbal bonding. Touch is another powerful signal. Maybe her hand brushes yours. Maybe she gently taps your arm when laughing. These moments are rarely accidental. They're soft invitations to see how you'll respond. Women use these cues to test emotional and physical comfort without risking too much vulnerability. Also, notice how close she chooses to stand or sit next to you. If she leans in when talking, even when she could stay back, that's interest. If she maintains eye contact longer than usual or bites her lower lip while listening, that's allure. These subtle moves are her way of building rapport. She may not want to be obvious, especially if there's an age gap, but her body language speaks the truth. And if she's consistently giving you these signs, it means she finds you desirable. So pay attention. Her interest may not always be verbal, but it's there. And when you pick up on these micro-expressions, you'll realize just how much you're admired, even when no words are spoken. So now that you've seen the 8 signs, ask yourself, how many of these do you recognize in your own life? You might have doubted your attractiveness in the past. But here's the truth. Your presence, your confidence, your experience, they speak louder than youth ever could. You're not just aging, you're becoming magnetic in a way younger men can't match. If this video resonated with you, show your support by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing if you haven't already, and commenting below. Which sign do you see in yourself the most? Or what do you want to embrace more moving forward? Let's keep building this community of confident, conscious men who understand their value at any age. Thanks for watching, and remember, age is just a number, but confidence, that's timeless.